Hello everyone, it's Maki. Episode 9 of GQuuuuuuX brought many surprises for fans. But that's not all. It also introduced an important term from the Universal Century series. The term is Minovsky Craft. So, what exactly is this device? Today, I'm going to explain it in an easy-to-understand way, even for newer fans. For long-time fans, I hope it'll be a good chance to brush up on familiar knowledge. Before we dive into the main topic, I have a quick announcement. I'm currently accepting support through memberships on my channel. For just 99 cents a month, you can get a name badge and special comment stamps. Alright, let's begin the analysis. The Minovsky Craft is a device that makes large weapons, such as battleships, float. Although it is often mistaken for an anti-gravity device, the Minovsky Craft is not actually an anti-gravity device. It is sometimes referred to as a pseudo-anti-gravity device. Anti-gravity refers to technology that cancels out gravity. This concept is common in many works of fiction. However, according to physicists, the general consensus is that anti-gravity technology is impossible. Pseudo-anti-gravity refers to technology that produces the same result as anti-gravity technology through other means. It's a tricky concept. If a device can make an object float in the air, then it qualifies as pseudo-anti-gravity technology. Minovsky Craft falls into that category. In the real world, for example, burning an object with magic isn't possible. However, if you just want to achieve the result of burning something, you can do so using tools, like a burner. Minovsky Craft is a device that uses the properties of Minovsky particles to create an anti-gravity effect. The term Minovsky Craft first appeared in the second film adaptation of the original 0079 story. It also appeared in a book called GUNDAM Century, which was released shortly after the film. GUNDAM Century is a legendary publication that established many of the foundational settings in the Universal Century series. The concept of embed, which I discussed in an earlier episode of my show, also originated in that book. Now, how exactly do Minovsky Crafts make objects float? Surprisingly, even official sources offer several different interpretations, and no single explanation has been firmly established. One explanation is that it uses Minovsky particle-related technology called a knife field, which generates a cube-shaped force field that supports the object and prevents it from falling. Imagine placing an invisible energy platform under a battleship. Another explanation is that the eye field generates a repulsive force that lifts the object into the air. In this case, the eye field creates a force field and uses a repelling effect similar to magnets pushing against each other to float the object. Another explanation says that Minovsky particles are continuously dispersed in large quantities to generate an eye field force field that acts like a cushion, similar to a hovercraft. This theory is similar to the first, but it requires the constant dispersion of Minovsky particles. Because of this, smaller machines cannot equip this system due to heavy particle consumption. Another explanation describes the system as creating a knife field that repels the main body of the machine directly to lift it. This differs from generating a cushion beneath the ship. It's more akin to the idea that the eye field refracts beams. In this case, however, it interacts with the physical object itself to create lift. That's what Minovsky Craft is all about. In the original 0079 story, only the battleship White Base was equipped with Minovsky Craft. However, it was later established that the Xeon mobile armor Azam was also equipped with a low-performance version of the craft. Additionally, the apps saw a series of mobile armors which appeared in the Zero. 8MS team were given Minovsky Craft systems in their backstory. You could interpret Minovsky Craft as a concept created to explain how objects with no apparent aerodynamic properties can float in the air. The Psycho Gundam from Zeta Gundam also had Minovsky Craft installed. The Psycho Gundam also appeared in the world of GQuuuuuuX. In one memorable scene, its feet float above the ground without crushing any cars beneath it. In fact, it's possible that other weapons equipped with Minovsky Craft existed in Universal Century 0079. Gundam Century describes a mobile armor with this technology. It is called the Big Zam. To be precise, this is not the Big Zam that appeared in the story, but a mass-produced Big Zam that was planned for use in combat. The Big Zam that Dudley Zabi piloted was a prototype without Minovsky Craft. It also had a major flaw. Its operational time in battle was limited to about 20 minutes. Some sources suggest that when it fought against the Gundam, the Big Zam was already on the verge of overheating. This supports the idea that the outcome of the war wasn't solely decided by the Gundam or armor array. What kind of capabilities did the mass-produced Big Zam have? Surprisingly, it was designed to fight continuously for over 10 hours. Thanks to Minovsky Craft, it was also capable of atmospheric ray entry and flight. Xeon had a plan to drop 12 Big Zams from satellite orbit onto the Earth's Federation's main headquarters and launch an all-out assault. After hearing all this, doesn't something come to mind? That's right! The preview for episode 10 that was shown at the end of episode 9. In it, we saw a Big Zam floating in space against a blue and white landscape that looked just like Earth. Will these Big Zams fight in space? Or will they descend to Earth to attack? If they do attack, what will their target be? It's possible that the effects of Minovsky Craft will be on full display in episode 10. Episode 9 marked the first appearance of the Minovsky Craft in animated form in the Gundam series. Hideaki Anno, who worked as a scriptwriter on the series, posted a comment about this on the official X account. Let's take a look at what he said. This is about episode 9 of GQuuuuuuX. It's a very small detail, but the scene where the Minovsky Craft on the battleship Sodan is activated was meaningful to me. It was a dream I've had since I was a kid. Now some of you might be wondering about something I said. You might be thinking, wait, wasn't the Penelope from Hathaway's Flash animated before GQuuuuuuX? That's true, but the Penelope is equipped with an advanced version of the Minovsky Craft system called Minovsky Flight. This technology was developed specifically for use in smaller units, like mobile suits. Still, it's exciting to see that the Minovsky Craft's glow in GQuuuuuuX resembles Penelope's Minovsky Flight glow. This connection between the two technologies makes the lore feel richer. I hope I was able to share the charm of the Minovsky Craft with you. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. See you in the next episode.